My name is Mohammed. I'm a counselor with All Smiles Therapy Center. Today, I'd like to take a moment to talk briefly about an over talked an, an overly talked about topic. Happiness. What is it? Is it important? And what are some of the ways that we can attain happiness? Well, what is happiness? From a counseling perspective, happiness is a mood and an emotional state. And all our moods have a biological component and a mental component. Okay? So, happiness is a mood where our bodies are in a calm state, and mentally we perceive that things are, for the most part, okay with ourselves and with our life. Well, is happiness important? Is happiness really important? Because you hear a lot of guys saying that I want to be tough, and happiness is for sissies or for weak men. Or we may hear other people saying, I'd rather be crying in a limousine and a Benz than very happy and smiling in a poor place. So is happiness important? Well, there are correlates between mood and happiness and physical well-being and health. So people who are unhappy and miserable and depressed, they suffer more often from physical illnesses. Yeah, their bodies are beaten up more. They may live shorter. People who are happier have stronger relationships, closer relationships with their children, with their partners, with their colleagues. So happiness is important in relationships. And happiness is also important, not just physically, not just in our relationships, but how also we approach life and how resilient we are. So, from those perspectives, happiness is quite important. Okay? Now, there's many ways to be happy. In psychology, there's what is called hedonic happiness, or happiness that is centered on physical pleasures, like eating, like sex, like owning material possessions. So this is happiness and pleasure that is derived from physical and material things. Hedonic happiness tends to be more short-lasting. It lasts. For a shorter period. It is also very difficult to remain happy based on physical things. It's very, when you get that partner that you want, that is beautiful or handsome, or you get that wonderful house, you'll be happy, yes, but you won't stay happy. Okay, so hedonic happiness based on physical and material things is very short-lived and very difficult to maintain. The alternative is eudaimonic happiness. Okay, now eudaimonic happiness is happiness that is based on, transcendental things, not just physical or material things, but happiness that comes from having meaning in one's life, having purpose in one's life, having goals and achieving things from one's life. So we're seeing that we can be happy not just from physical and material things. As human beings, we can choose to keep trying to be happier from the meaning that we construct for ourselves, for the goals we set for ourselves. We can choose to be happier from our attitudes, for appreciating the things that we're grateful for. Okay, so all these other types of happiness fall under the umbrella of eudaimonic happiness. Okay, So there's different ways to be happy, not just from material things, as society often posits is the only way to be happy. There's also another very important concept in psychology called the golden mean. Okay? And the golden mean is that happiness is attained by striving to have a balance. Okay? It's very difficult, obviously, to be happy when our basic needs are not being met. Yeah, so it's important, of course, to be successful materially, okay, and to thrive materially. But it's also important to be physically fit, physically healthy, and to also have relationships. So what I'm saying is that happiness also comes from attaining a balance in life. Thank you very much for listening. I do wish you a wonderful day.